day, every day. Really? Shit. I started off, as far as my name, you know, I just thought of how I used to make music. And I used to just call myself Darkside, really. You know, but as far as Biggs is my last name. So came into Biggs, I'm gonna die Biggs. So there ain't really too many people saying Biggs as their name at all anyway. And that's what everybody in the neighborhood always call me. Biggs or Little Biggs, because my oldest brother, you know what I'm saying, they always call him Biggs. So they be like Little Biggs. So since my brother ain't making no music yet, and I was like, well, Biggs is what I stuck with, you know. Also Darkside too, but you know, that's another life right there. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, I probably started rapping probably like when I was about 20, 21. Probably like 20, 21 years old though. That's when I first made my first song though. Probably like 21. When I was supposed to been learning, I was making music, you know, but before that time though, what made me want to start doing music was just being around my brother and my cousins, and them. They used to always flow all the time, man. They used to know how to come off the top of their head doing freestyles and stuff in the cypher. And when I was in the cypher, sometimes I'd be like, man, let me try it out. They'd be like, go ahead, get on it. And I never could get it. I tried, but then I stopped all the time. So it was kind of like, dang, I don't know how to do this. But I had a long talk with my brother. He was like, man, look, don't stop, just keep going. It ain't like you wrote nothing down. Just keep going. So I just kept going, even though I kept messing up. And then one day I just told my brother, my cousin, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a song, man. I probably about 18, 19 then. And then next thing you know, I was like, you know what, around about 20, 21, I just had this little karaoke with a microphone. I said, man, I'm gonna try to make a song. I did tell my peoples I was gonna do it. And then it just started from there, man. I wrote All I Know in Elizabeth City, out the Manor. Shout out to the people in the Manor too. I probably wrote this song like 7 years ago. Or 7, 8 years ago. But when I wrote it, I ain't really think nobody was gonna like it or vibe to it like that. It was just a shocker to me anyway.
The hood is all I know. I'm trying to get about this biz for sure. I've been in the hood for way too long. Don't know which way to go. All I know is that I'm gone.
This was in this dude named Bud. He used to had this little studio that he had downstairs or whatever, out the Manor or whatever. It's projects in Elizabeth City. And my mom was staying out the projects out there while I was going to school and everything. And my mom, she stayed in the other apartment that was right beside their apartment building. So, you know, so I used to be upstairs messing with the karaoke still, so I was like, man, let me see what I can do with this. I heard the beat, I listened to the Anthony Hamilton had a little karaoke. And I said, yo, let me use this, let me put something together. Hood Is All I Know came about just like that, man. I can tell you what inspired me to write All I Know was just being in the hoods anywhere, you know. Like coming from Plymouth, whatever, I really ain't live in the projects, not the roughest projects, whatever. But I did used to, you know what I'm saying, live out where the block was at. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the roughest spot in Plymouth, you know.
I know niggas that had dreams, now they a crack fiend. Used to love to shoot ball out, they shooting drugs through their veins. The hood is all I know, I can't take shit no more. Cause my brothers kill each other and they don't know what for.
You know what I'm saying? And the things I used to see when I was just growing up, being little, it was like, man, these people they getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to be a small town, you go somewhere, you know what I'm saying, you'll hear about in New York, you know what I'm saying, about Plymouth, like they was doing some of everything, you know? I ain't gonna say, you know, it was Compton or anything like that, but it was rough, you know, when I was growing up, the area where my mom first was at, it wasn't that bad at all, but the area where we moved at, you know what I'm saying, in Plymouth, you know what I'm saying, it was right there on the block, you know, the block was something serious, you know.
Can't wait till I get up and go, catch a plane or take the road. I see the sun shining on places I never seen before.
And I'll just be little, you know what I'm saying, little boy, you know, it's like, nah, I ain't walking this way. I'm gonna go this way to go to my homeboy house. You know, let me go the other way to my boy house, cause they was doing a lot of shooting, you know. When I was living out there, just being young, we used to be this taxi cab driver. He used to stay right across the street. for some reason they murdered him, you know. And I know he ain't doing nothing wrong. He just picking people up, you know. So it was crazy, man. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of inspired it a little bit. And then as far as just me moving out on my own and just seeing certain things as far as like what was going on out the Liberty City way, because I used to stay up there too. There was certain kind of activities going on, and it was like, I got something I need to write about, man. And this is the way I was feeling at the time, and it just came together. I heard the beat. I was like, this is the way I feel, so time to start writing.
The hood is all I know. I'm trying to get about this business. So I've been in the hood for way too long. Don't know which way to go.
Man, I remember when we first moved out here, man. You know, I was probably like about 10, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? My little brother, he was just born. Shout out to my little brother and everything. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best house in the world, the perfect house in the world, but it was something a family member gave to my mom. And, you know, when we came here, you know, I just used to always go around in the neighborhood where I grew up at, in the hood or whatever, in the town or whatever, since I was on this side of town now. So, you know, there's a whole lot of memories here, man. And I actually came back, you know, after going to school, I came back and shit, and after we shot the video, after what, like 4 days, 3-4 days after the video, I'm in there laying it down, you know. Next thing you know, I smell some smoke, come outside, boom, the back was just flaming. And I'm like, this is childhood right here to me, you know. And I had a big plans for this house, man. We were gonna fix it up and everything. I was just not long. I said I was getting off work probably about, I get off work like 5:45 every day, so I get off on the late night shift. I work the morning shift at 5 something. So I got off, chilled with my boys for a little bit, my cousins and everything. So I said I'm gonna come on home and just chill for a little bit, cook me a little something, watch me a little Martin. You know, I gotta have a little Martin on and mess my laptop a little bit. So I said, well, hell, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down, get ready for work tomorrow. But fortunately, they said we had to work on Friday, so I was good to go. So I stayed up a little bit longer. So I just on YouTube, whatever, a little bit, just looking at a few videos and everything. So I said, well, let me go ahead and go to bed now. So right when I put my phone to the side, boom, I'm about to lay it down, but before I even put my head on the pillow, man, I just started smelling something. Smelled like smoke. So I looked outside, I looked over here with this trash can over here, and I was seeing if anything around the area was on fire or something. I didn't see nothing. So I looked over here, I was trying to see, you know, I was going outside or whatever. And when I got outside, my neighbor, he came knocking on the door, said, hey, boom, 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 boom. I opened the door, I just had on my shorts, no shirt, no shoes, no nothing. He said, hey, place on fire. So the first thing I was thinking was, hey, let me just unplug everything so everything else won't get caught up with the electric, you feel me? So by the time I came outside, the whole back was just flaming. It started from this end, and I guess it worked the way on up. By the time I seen it in the back, I just went on ahead and dialed 911, man. And I was just chilling right over here where you see this little spot where you can sit down there. I was right over here in this little section just to make sure none of this stuff or anything in the house or had anything that's flammable, you know. You know, cause the house is old or whatever, but you know, I still don't know what happened, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, you know, I'm still here. The Lord spared me my life. You know, I'm still grinding, I'm still going hard. I ain't gonna never stop doing the video. I ain't gonna never stop grinding. I'm just gonna always go hard. And I ain't gonna question it. That's God. That's God's decision to do all that stuff. So I ain't questioning nothing. I'm just gonna keep moving on, and then sooner or later you're gonna see a brand new house. You're gonna believe that. You're gonna see a brand new house. It's gonna be mine, straight out the gate. Now, this is what you get. But you know what I'm saying? I'm here though. I'm still going strong. That's all I know. I ain't gonna never stop. I ain't gonna never stop grinding. You gotta keep grinding, regardless through your hard times, good times, whatever. You still gotta keep grinding. You can't never stop. That's to anybody that's coming from anywhere. I don't care you in the suburbs, wherever, especially from the hood, you got to go hard. Got to go hard. I done lost like half of my stuff in here, basically all of my stuff. As you can see what I got on right here, you know, this is something I just bought like 2 days ago. You know, still grinding hard. But hood's all I know. You dig?
Really? I just like music, to be honest with you. Whether I get signed with anybody or go independent, both of them sound nice, but I really just like to make music, you know, and if somebody do happen to like the song, I got plenty more songs that I want to put out there, but it really don't matter to me, man. It don't matter. As long as I'm doing what I like to do, that's the main thing, you know. Can't put a price on that. Let me see, man. Brandon Bryant, that was my boy, man. I met him. I really started chilling with him probably like 5th or 6th grade. I know his mom used to teach 5th grade. That's when I started getting to know him. That's when you had to switch classes and everything. So I knew him from there, but I really got to know him through like band. We used to be in the band together. He used to play the bass drum. I used to play the biggest bass drum. So we used to always be around each other all the time. You know, he used to make me laugh. I used to make him laugh. We used to do a little, you know, little skit thing for certain television shows, like back in the days, Welcome Back Carter, stuff like that. We'd just say the little saying they used to say when they used to do certain stuff. And you know, we had our ups and downs from time to time, you know what I'm saying? But as far as with that, you know, I did a lot of like sports with him. Like we used to play football together, we played basketball together, you know what I'm saying? We talked a lot together. To me, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I say Brandon Bryant, he was one of the boys. You know, when we was in school, we used to have the boys and, you know, we just had friends. You know, he wasn't just a friend, you know, he was one of the boys. Shout out to the boys too, man. They all know who y'all are. But, you know, yeah, I met him probably like in the 5th grade or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of sort of clicked from there, you know, we was in the same grade and all that. And we used to play basketball together, and we played football, and we was in the band. That's where we really kind of sort of got to know each other a lot more, because, you know, we used to have to go to practice and do a whole lot, you know, with the band and everything. And plus, he was right beside me when I had to play the bass drum, so we had our ups and downs and everything, but we really had a lot of good times, though, man. Really a lot. Reach me, you can go on Facebook. My name Rodney Biggs up there. My phone number is 252-333-5883. If you want to Gmail me, you can Gmail me at rodneykbiggs@gmail.com, and we can go from there. I'm ready. Oh, what's good? I want to shout out P-Town first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? That's where I come from. I want to shout out Long Ridge, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my big brother Biggs, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He the reason why I'm rapping right now to this day. Shout out to my boy JoJo, shout out to my boy LJ, all my peoples in the little city. Shout out to Bud, I see you, Ansky, doing your thing a little bit. Oh, shout out to Nino Calleon, Double R, and the rest of the boys in the P too. I see you too, gang. I see you, man. Y'all keep going hard, yo. And shout out to my family, man.
The hood is all I know. I'm trying to get about this biz for sure. I've been in the hood for way too long. Don't know which way to go. All I know is that I'm gone. I got love for my hood, but a nigga got to go. I done seen too much bullshit that I ain't trying to see.